God is saying that I've got a future for you. I've got plans for you. I never planned for you to have disaster. So let's distinguish something for a second, is that God's plans are good and Satan's plans are for disaster. And he's clearly letting you know that anything that comes on you that's a disaster, that's not from God. So don't blame God for saying, God just wanted me to go through this, and if it's God will, I go through this. That's not true. He says, I have plans to do you good, not harm, to take you places that you never dreamed that you could go. And if you understand that, and when the opposition does come through disaster, just call on me. Oh boy, how do you call on him, Lord? You call on him with prayer. You call on him with prayer, faith, and love and obedience. And he says, I'm here to answer you. I want to take you to that next level. I'm trying to do something that will create the provision for what you need. I'm trying to get you out of this mindset of looking at what fear does because it creates disaster. I'm not a disastrous God. I sent my son that you may have life and have it more abundantly. Abundantly how? In every area of life. So I want you to know, when you see those negative things coming and those disasters, that's not God, that's Satan putting obstacles in front of you. And when you understand that no matter what happens, that you're going to prevail. No matter what happens, you're going to come out on top. You're going to be the head and not the tail, the lender, not the bar. You're going to be blessed coming in and going out. He's going to scatter your enemies 7 different ways. And you have to call on him when you need him. That's why I said, whatsoever you desire, when you pray, believe that you already received it. Call on him. He wants to give you the answer. I promise you, he already has the answer waiting for you. Isaiah 65 says it very clearly. See, I heard you before you called, and I answered before you even finished the call. Oh, I can just think about so many disasters in my life. When I got bitten by the poisonous snake, and I called on it. And he heard me before I answered the call, got me to the hospital and found the anti-venom. And the anti-venom went in, and I stayed in the hospital overnight and came out victorious with my blood pressure 120/80. At the end of the day, I called on him, and he answered my prayer. The disaster came when Satan tried to come in, steal, kill, and destroy my life, just like he does with you, with problems, with difficulty, with adversities that you face. Count them all as joy, because when I got through that, now I can go back and give a testimony on it. It is so powerful because I know it's encouraging somebody out there that may have been bitten by not a physical snake, but poverty, sickness, doubt, fear, and worry. I want you to know that when you stand up on that word, and he says it again in Luke, he said, I've given you all power and authority over the serpent and the scorpion, and that the enemy has no power over you. So even though he's doing things to try and paralyze your faith with fear, just know that it's false evidence that appears to be real.